Hello and welcome to Spirit Forest. I am going to show you a virtual tour on the inside of my cabin. Now, because I'm on a pretty big budget, not only when it comes to the architecture part, it was not included to have a whole virtual tour, but it was something that I felt that was needed and that I wanted to be able to see how the inside spaces would work based on the dimensions. A lot of times when you're just looking at a piece of paper, you really have no idea. I was actually in my current living room measuring out what my current living room looks like compared to what my new living room's gonna look like. And it just was very hard to visualize it. So I found this software online. I am not at all being sponsored by them, but I needed something that was free because that was my budget. Now I know a lot of you are probably going to send me links to other places to go to. I'm sure there's other places online for me to do this, but this was the one that I found. I felt it was very easy for what I needed to do. Again, just looking for kind of a ballpark of kind of how things are going to look on the inside of my cabin in more of a 3D virtual sense. For those of you that are brand new to my channel, because I do get about 80% of you that click on my videos that have never seen any video of mine before, I am building a cabin here in Colorado. I am creating a whole playlist just for my cabin videos that I will link in the end of this video that you can take a look at. It's going to have everything from my ideas of possibly building a cabin till when I decided to build a cabin and all the layouts and talking with the architect and all of that, and it will continue on till the end when my cabin is finally built, which I am hoping, I've been getting some questions on this, I'm hoping my cabin will be built next year, the end of next year. That's what I'm hoping for. My channel is also a vlog, so you will see other types of videos on there. I am an outdoor girl, even though I am filming this inside. The majority of my videos are usually outside, and I'm camping and hiking and backpacking and just enjoying being outside, and it's more of a vlog type format where I just sit and I talk to you about things that are going on in my mind or things that are going on here in Colorado. The software that I used, again, not being sponsored by them, I just went on Google and typed some stuff to try to get some sort of an interior design that was free, and was easy for me to use. I only have so much time, you guys, to get things done, so I have to quickly be able to do things, and I felt that this software, which is called Room Styler, was the perfect software for me. And I'm going to show you a little bit of it, but this is not a tutorial how to use that software. This is just to show you what my interior of my cabin is and what the kind of things that I did. But there are some restrictions to this software that I will talk about as this video progresses, but it gives you kind of an idea, and it gives me an idea of how I want the interior of my cabin to look. Now again, I say this in a lot of my videos because I have been getting responses at the beginning of when I first talked about building a cabin. This is my cabin. These are designs that I would like in my cabin. I'm sure you have your own opinions, and I'm sure you have your own thoughts possibly for your cabin, and that is completely fine. I am open to suggestions, open to thoughts, as I am not an interior designer by any means, but I do want my cabin to be very unique to me. And so it's going to be very different than what the house that I'm currently in right now, I feel. I'm going to have murals on the walls. I'm going to have, oh, well, I'll just tell you. I'll just show you, and we'll talk through some of it. And you can see some stuff I could do in the software and some stuff I couldn't, but you're going to get an idea. Okay, let's get into my computer, and we'll talk a little bit more about the design. I love having flowers at my desk. Sometimes I buy them for myself, and sometimes they're given to me. And these were given to me. And it smells so beautiful. Okay. So, in order for me to see everything very clearly in HD, I'm going to put my glasses on. Let's dive in. Before we get into the computer, I just want to tell you a little bit about the software. There's a lot of stuff you can do. First of all, there's a lot of stuff, and I could spend hours and hours decorating a room and making it absolutely perfect. But I do have to use some of the components that they have. For example, I got to use their type of furniture. I can't like design my own furniture and stick it in there. I have to use their type of cabinets, and I have to use their rugs and stuff like that. So really the whole point for me was just to get an idea of the space. And I will tell you some things as I go through this that, hey, this might be a little bit different, or this might be a little bit bigger because of this. It's only because I don't have hours to go through. Like every room I designed, I think it took about an hour to maybe an hour and a half to get these done to the way that I like them. And that was per room. So I did spend a lot of time on these. Some of it I just had a lot of fun. That's the reason why it took so long. But I just wanted to let you know that, there is some time put into this to make this happen. But if you're looking to design your own space, your own living room, and you just kind of want to see how the room is laid out a little bit, I do recommend this software. Again, not being sponsored. I think that's the third time I've said that. I thought it was really good. In fact, I used it for a friend of mine that was looking to purchase one of my couches, and I wanted to see if that couch fit in his spot, and it did. So it was very useful. So here's just a quick reminder of what it is that I'm building. It's about 1,100 to 1,300 square foot cabin. It's a 2-bedroom with 2 bath. It has a loft, and it also has an attic area as well. This cabin will be in the mountains of Colorado, about 9,700 feet high, and it will be nestled into the trees. As we walk down the hallway, this is what the architect was talking about. We want kind of a wow factor. So we're walking down the hallway. We see the kitchen on the left and the living room on the right. Now I'm not able to move my camera that much. They can only give you like pictures of things, so it's not a full virtual tour, but it does give you 3D drawings from this software. So I'll show you different angles of this room. You'll see that I have my sliding glass doors. I have 2 doors on either side, and then I have 2 kind of long windows on either side of the sliding glass door, and then I have 2 windows, one where the couch is and another one where the kitchen area is. And then you'll see that I have windows above the sliding glass door. Now what you don't see here is that it's almost like an A-frame. So as much as you see a lot of empty space on the left side and a lot of empty space on the right side, that will be actually a slanted roof coming down. And you'll see later when we end up going over the exterior design of the cabin. I really like this. In fact, even with this software, I was able to put a picture of Spirit Forest. So that is actually my land in the background that you see there. You'll see that, remember how I told you she spread the windows out a little bit because we had more windows here, but because I'm an artist and I love artwork, she has given me spots to put artwork. You'll see that I have some artwork there. Obviously that won't be the artwork that I will have there, but it will probably be some of my own artwork or some local artist in the area. But it gives me some spots to be creative, and I really liked that idea from the architect because before it was all windows. Okay, here's a top view of the kitchen and living room area. This is what the view would look like from my loft, or kind of what it would look like from my loft. And also, if you remember, my second bedroom does have windows, open windows looking down into the kitchen area and loft area, bringing more light into that second bedroom. Now, the things that you don't see here, which I will talk in a lot more detail later because I am hand making this. It is going to be an arbor that's in the kitchen. So because the ceilings are so high, I think it's about 20 some feet, I'm gonna have an arbor indoors. So it's gonna be wood that, like arbor, I don't know how do you describe this, but it's gonna be maybe it's like a 4x4 or a 6x6 squares, and it's gonna come across, and it's gonna have beams going across like this as well that I can hang things from. I can hang lights from. I can do some other things to it. Now that is something that I will be building, and I'll probably be building it sometime this winter, and it's really kind of complicated to explain what it is that I want there, because I have never seen it in a different house. But it's my way of trying to break up the ceiling. So instead of just looking straight up and you see 20 some feet and it really echoes, because this room is really going to echo, I am going to have this arbor coming over, and I think it will just break up the space a little bit more. My feel is that I want to feel I am outside when I'm inside, and so that is one of my ways of doing that, and I think it would be a lot of fun. I think it'd be a lot a fun project to do too. Okay, you'll notice here on the right side, you'll remember that bay window. I wasn't able to find a bed with the software, but that's kind of what's going to go there, is somewhere for me to lay down over there. And I know I'm going to get some comments regarding this little kitty, because every friend that I've sent this to has said something about the little kitty that's over here on my little rug there. That is for the rats. The kitty's going to get the rats and the mice. Okay, so let's take a look in just the living room area. So here's the living room. You see it's not huge. That is a 2-person couch right there with a side table on each side. And then I have, that girl represents me, and just to give you a kind of perspective of how big things are. You know, when I was first designing this, I was like, oh, I'll have this, and I'll do this, and I'll put this there. But as I was putting furniture in the room through this virtual design, I was like, ooh, I really don't have a lot of room here. So it's not going to be a big couch. I do plan on having that be a sleeper couch, so it will pull out to be a bed in case I have some extra visitors come. I have a TV wall over by where the crow and the candle is. Over there on the right hand side will be either a TV or a projector or whatever I decide. Now remember that above that area and above the fireplace or the fire stove will be a loft, and so I'm not representing that in this rendering. It is possible to do it with this software, but it would have taken a lot of time for me to do so. So there is a loft that looks down into this area. Now I would really like to have stone, the same kind of stone that you're seeing here. I'd like to have that kind of stone look on the wall behind my fire stove. Now stone costs a lot of money here in Colorado, and I didn't realize how much it costs to install stone, especially in this area. So we'll see what happens when it happens, or if it's going to happen. One of the other debates that the builder and I are going through is whether or not I want to elevate that area by the stove. Do I want to bring it up like maybe 6 inches and have kind of a I don't know what it's not a hearth. It just goes up 6 inches, and so that it lifts the stove up a little bit. It kind of gives it more of a kind of a focal point rather than having the stove right there on the ground. Now I haven't picked my stove yet. I know it's going to be a wood stove. I'd love to be able to cook on it, but I have not picked it yet. I have a budget, but that's all I have. So it is kind of a small area. The bay window to me is the most focal point of this room, and the stove. So it's the thing that I'm most excited about. Okay, we're going to move into the kitchen. Now I'm going to talk a bit about the kitchen in future videos. I have gotten it quoted multiple times from multiple different places, and turns out that I will be building these cabinets on my own. Kitchen cabinets are very expensive. Now I'm going to have some already, they're going to ship them to me, but they'll be flat, and I'll be building the boxes on my own, and I will talk about that later because that is still the plan as of right now. Now I can't show the actual layout of the kitchen on this software, but I'll give you a really quick snapshot of kind of what I'm thinking about in regards to the kitchen layout. But in the 3D drawing, there's my boyfriend walking in my kitchen. And there's the two windows that are at the top of the cabinets. And then you see my pantry area and where my fridge is. Pretty standard kitchen, kind of small, but I think it's just fine. Again, the majority of the time it will just be me there. Okay, I do have a master bedroom. Again, my master bedroom is not attached to a master bathroom. I actually have those separated on purpose. I would love to have stone behind my bed, but the cost of that puts me way over budget, so it might be something else, maybe wallpaper or something. I don't know what I'm gonna do there, but I'd love that like stone look. It might just have to be at a later date. I'll add stone there. But it kind of shows you that I've been talking about this, how I have a window on the right of the bed and window on the left. And then I have this horizontal window above the bed. And this should be looking right into my forest. You'll see I have a dog there that represents Rocky. Kind of gives you a perspective of how big the area is. And I really like this. I really like this room. It's still pretty small, but I'm okay with that. It fits a chair and a bed in there. Here I'm trying to give you a perspective of my TV area that would be in my bedroom. Now again, I don't plan on having a TV there, but I just want to let you know, in case you see it in future videos, why is that slanted over there by that dresser? And that is because the stairs goes up right there. So there will be a slant in my master bedroom, and the TV would go on that wall. I have a lot of areas for art in this room as well, and you'll see that I have enough area for me for my closet and stuff. Okay, here's looking from the corner of my master bedroom to the window. Now the window would look out to a driveway, and that is where I'll be parking my car and such, but just want to give you kind of a perspective of how big that window might be. Now I was able to actually put in the window sizes on this software, so that really makes it very easy for me to kind of see how the space is going to be laid out. Okay, now we're looking down the hall. I was having problems with the flooring there, so don't look at that. You'll see I look down the hall, there's where the lady's at, there's a front door that's right there, and then I have two closets right there as well. This was probably the hardest room to create, was because there was some airs. The room is so small that it was really hard to actually show everything that I was planning on in this room. So this is the master or the downstairs bathroom. Now it does have a pocket door that is going to come in, and it slides where the bathroom is. You'll see a washer and dryer in this room as well, and then a stand-up shower, and I will have a tile wall in there. It's really not going to look a lot like this because I was really hard to get this little tiny room and just to get pictures of it, trying to show what it's going to look like. Now, I think I've mentioned this before too, I will be custom making that vanity in that bathroom, and looking forward to that, looking forward to some future videos of showing you that. I have a friend involved as well, and he has given it to me as a gift, and he's using a lot of the wood on at Spirit Forest. So he's using a lot of the aspen that is at Spirit Forest, and I'm very excited to be able to start working on that project. Okay, now we're going into a loft. We're speeding up a little bit faster now here. We're going into the loft. Now there's a stairs over there where you see that wall on the right side and the railing. There's a stairs that goes down, and again, that was a lot of work to try to figure out how to do that. So you don't see the stairs there. I'm thinking I might be able to put a couch in that area, but I'm not 100% sure because it was really hard to figure out the actual, because the roof pitch is really steep, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to put a couch there. So I'm actually not going to know that until the house gets built, and then I'll end up knowing that. Now you'll see that I have a desk over there in the back area that is for when I'm going to be working. That's where I plan to have my office, is up there in the loft. And then I added a little art area there as well. Okay, looking towards the bathroom and the second bedroom, and then you see another door next to that, and that would be Kyla's loft area. And you could see that Kyla's loft area, this is where I'm debating on just keeping that open and having a little stairs. It's a little ship ladder that goes up into her attic area or not. I'm just not sure what I want there, and I'll probably make a decision last minute. Just another angle of the loft. Again, pretty small, pretty tiny, but that's okay. That's kind of what I'm expecting. It's just a small little cabin. Okay, here's the second bedroom. I really like this room. I can see myself staying in this room in the summertime because it is facing north. It will be a cold room when it's winter time, but it will be very cool because you have your own sliding glass door and you have your own patio area. So you'll see that there's two windows on that wall that's not on the patio area. Those windows are actually wide open and they look down. It is my attempt to try to bring in more light into that room since it is north facing. This is just another area looking over at that patio door or the sliding door, as well as another door going into a little storage area. Now I am thinking that little door going into the storage area is actually going to be pretty short. That's my thought, but I don't know yet until we start building the cabin. But I think it's going to be like this, only like a 4-foot door, maybe 3-foot door to get into that spot where I could just kind of keep some things in that area. I did try to give you an idea of what that upper porch area is gonna look like, because I am very much looking forward to that. I was trying to figure out like how big it was and was it kind of look like, and I would say that I kind of failed in this, but it gives you kind of an idea. It is not a very tiny one. I will be able to have some multiple chairs out there. I still think it's going to be just beautiful just to be able to sit out there, and I can't wait until they frame it and I can be able to be up there and look out that window. Okay, here is looking back into where the loft area is. So you see the door open into the loft, and then you also see a little door for a closet. Now that's a walk-in closet, but it is actually really small because it is cut a little bit to accommodate for the ship ladder up into Kyla's loft. And I guess we're calling this more of Madison's room. In the bathroom upstairs, again, a very tiny bathroom, very hard to take pictures of it to give you an idea. Now currently it is designed to not have any windows in it. I would love to have some exterior windows. Not sure that's going to be possible. It is going to be something we're going to figure out on site. But it will have a bathtub and a toilet and a sink. Basically just a really small little pedestal sink, I think, will be all that fits in that room. Off to Kyla's area. Yay! She was so excited to see this. And I did have to warn her. I said, Kyla, I really don't know if it's gonna look like this or not. That rug that you see there is actually the way that you would have access into the room. So you get access through the middle of that room. I don't think that I have the slant of the roof correctly. I think it is a 12-12 pitch on the left side, and I can't remember the pitch off the top of my head on the right side, but it gives her kind of an idea what it's going to look like. I do feel that it will fit a twin bed up there, but I think that you're only going to be able to stand just in a little bit of areas. Not a lot of areas you're going to be able to stand in that room. That attic area is going to be a lot of crawling and bending down up in that area. But she, again, is very excited about this. I do have a window there for her in case of a fire. As well, I will have, I've been asked this is the reason why I'm mentioning this. I have thought about this too. I will have one of those ladders that you can escape out of the room if you need to in case of a fire. So in case you're wondering, for all of the upstairs bedrooms, I will have a ladder to be able to get out of the room. Because fire is a big danger here in Colorado, as I'm sure you've been watching the news. There's a lot of fires, so I will really accommodate towards getting people out of the house as quickly as possible in case there is a fire that happens to come on suddenly. Well, I hope you like that. It takes a while to design it. I think it took me about 8 hours to complete all that, but I'm happy to show it to you. It really helped me in visualizing the space, visualizing the type of furniture I should keep, the type of furniture I probably have to get rid of, you know, and what's going there and what's not. And so it really helped me a lot. So I recommend doing that if that's something that you're looking to do. Now, wasn't able to show you the actual design of like the interior designs kind of stuff. Now, I was only able to choose their kind of stuff, which seems a little bit more modern, but I do want to let you know it's going to have probably a Scandinavian flair to it, a little bit of Viking in there, you know, but it's not going to be, it's not going to be a full rustic cabin. You know, like I didn't want that. I want different rooms to have different feelings, and you know, like the master bathroom, the bathroom that's downstairs is going to be very woody, and that's going to be more cabin type looking. But then the bathroom upstairs is going to be very Victorian and light and bright and all of that. So I do want different feelings. I don't want the cabin to have one flow throughout the entire cabin. And I know that's probably a thing that all interior designers say, don't do that, but that's what I want, you know. And you'll see in future videos how I design it, which is like way it's a long way away until I start putting stuff in the cabin. But you know, right now I'm more concerned, and I'll be honest with you, I'm more concerned of this space and the windows and how everything's positioned. That is something that I will be focusing on in future videos. But we have a lot of videos that are going to be coming your way. Like, for example, I'll be building that arbor. I'm going to be building a bathroom vanity. And I will end up doing, and probably at a later point, probably be next year, I will be doing all of my own kitchen cabinets as well. And I'm going to take you through that whole process. Oh, as well as getting a construction loan. I have learned a lot about getting a construction loan. So we will end up doing a video on that. Yeah. So I do these videos so that you can learn, and I'm also doing these videos so I can remember this journey and I can look back at what it was like when I was building my cabin and some of the thoughts that I might have had. So I'm doing it for both you and me, and I hope that you enjoy these videos. My Patreons, they do get they get more videos. They get a weekly update of what's going on that week. If you want to become a Patreon, the money for that goes to the cabin. And I want to thank all of my Patreons for joining, as I do have some new ones. So thank you so much for coming, and what a road we're going to be on. And those videos that I give them are unedited videos. I'm walking on the land being like, oh my gosh, what happened here? What happened there? You know, so those are all unedited videos. The ones that here on YouTube are edited videos. Okay, I want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on my next video. Bye-bye.